Hello students, welcome you all in civics class. Today we will read civics chapter 2 constitutional design. In old book it's chapter 3. So open your book and let's start the chapter. First, overview. We noted in the previous chapter that in a democracy the rulers are not free to do what they like. There are certain basic rules that the citizens and the government have to follow. All such rules together are called constitution. So, in democracy, there are certain basic rules that the citizen and the government have to follow. All such rules together are known as constitution. As the supreme law of the country, the constitution determines the rights of citizen, the powers of the government and how the government should function. So as the supreme law of the country, so we can say that constitution is the supreme law of the country and it determines the rights of citizen, the power of government and how the government should function. In this chapter, we ask some basic questions about the constitutional design of a democracy. Why do we need a constitution? How are the constitution drawn up? Who designs them and in what way? What are the values that shape the constitutions in democratic states? Once a constitution is accepted, can we make changes later as required by the changing conditions? One recent instance of designing constitution for a democratic state is that of South Africa. We begin this chapter by looking at what happened there and how the South African went about this task of designing their constitution. Then we turn to how the Indian constitution was made, what its foundational values are, and how it provides a good framework for the conduct of citizens' life and that of the government. This is the overview of the chapter. So here, in one recent instance of designing constitution for a democratic state is Constitution of South Africa. Now we will see the design of South Africa, the constitutional design of South Africa. Let's move to the next page. Point is democratic constitution in South Africa. I have fought against white domination and I have fought against black domination. I have cherished the ideal of a democratic and free society in which all persons live together in harmony and with equal opportunities. It is an ideal which I hope to live for and to achieve. But if needs be, it is an ideal for which I am prepared to die. A speech by Nelson Mandela. This was Nelson Mandela being tried for treason by the white South African government. Treason means the offense of attempting to overthrow the government of the state. Okay, it's an offense to overthrow the government of the state. He and 7 other leaders were sentenced to life imprisonment in 1964 for daring to oppose the apartheid regime in his country. Apartheid. It is official policy of racial separation. Racial separation. A system of racial discrimination. Okay? It's called apartheid. Now, who was Nelson Mandela? Actually, we can say that Nelson Mandela is considered a chief driving force behind the independence of South Africa. After a long struggle for freedom, South Africa became independent and got its democratic constitution. So, he was behind the chief ports. Even Nelson Mandela was compared with Gandhiji of our India. I mean, he was like Gandhiji of South Africa. Okay. Now, next, he spent in his 28 years in South Africa's most dreaded prison, Robben Island. So, along with 7 other leaders, he was sentenced life imprisonment in 1964 for daring to oppose apartheid regime. He spent his 28 years in prison. Name Robben Island. Next, struggle against apartheid. So, apartheid was a name of a system of racial discrimination unique to South Africa. An official policy of racial separation, black, white, and non-white. Black, white, or black, white, non-white. Official discrimination. The white Europeans imposed this system on South Africa. During the 17th and 18th centuries, the trading companies from Europe occupied it with arms and forts, in the way they occupied India. But unlike India, a number of whites had settled in South Africa and became the local rulers. So, during the 17th and 18th century, the trading companies from Europe occupied South Africa. Okay, like India. Okay, in the same way they occupied India, they occupied South Africa. But unlike India, a large number of whites settled in South Africa and became their local ruler. Okay. Local rulers. The system of apartheid divided the people and labeled them on the basis of their skin color. The native people of South Africa are black in color. They made up about 3/4 of the population and were called blacks. So, the native people of South Africa are called blacks. Besides these two groups, there were people of mixed races who were called colored. Colored and the people who migrated from India. So, the people who migrated from India also in this section, I mean colored section, they belongs to the colored section. Native people of South Africa, black, and European or white European. Okay. So, 3 sections is there. Now, the white rulers treated all non-whites as inferiors. The non-whites did not have voting rights. So, due to this settlement of whites, the system of apartheid divided the people on the basis of their skin color. The native black people made up about 3/4 of the population. Besides this, 2 classes were there. Colored people, it means mixed races, migrated Indians, and whites. Now, the next stanza. The apartheid system was particularly oppressive for the blacks. They were forbidden from living in white areas. They could work in white areas only if they had a permit. Trains, buses, taxis, hotels, hospitals, schools and colleges, libraries, cinema halls, theaters, beaches, swimming pool. Swimming pool. Public toilets were all separated for the whites and blacks. So, the white rulers treated all non-whites as inferiors. Slowly, apartheid system started oppressing blacks. In the system, first of all, the non-whites did not have voting rights. Number one. Second, they were forbidden from living in white areas. Third, the non-whites could work in white areas only if they had a permit. I mean, without permission, they even can't work in white areas, non-white people. Next, train, buses, taxis, hotels, hospitals, everything, public toilet, etc. were separated for the whites and black. This was called segregation. So, this separation is called segregation. Okay? They could not even visit the churches where the whites worshipped. Even the blacks could not enter a church where the whites worshipped. Blacks could not form associations or protest against the terrible treatment. Even they did not have the rights to form associations or protest against the whites. Okay, this is the struggle against apartheid. Now, next, since 1950, the blacks, colored and Indians fought against the apartheid system. They launched protest marches and strikes. The African National Congress ANC was an umbrella organization that led the struggle against the policies of segregation. So since 1950, the blacks, colored and Indian fought against the apartheid system, colored discrimination system. They launched protest, marches and strike. And African National Congress, okay, it's not a part of Indian National Congress, it's African National Congress, ANC, led the movement. Okay. The African National Congress is like an umbrella organization. Umbrella organization means umbrella, many workers, union, communist party joined to oppose the apartheid system. Okay, it's like umbrella party, umbrella organization that led the struggle against the policies of segregation. This included many workers' union and the Communist Party. Many sensitive whites also joined the ANC or African National Congress to oppose apartheid and played a leading role in this struggle. So many worker unions at the time in Africa, many worker unions, many Communist Party, sensitive whites joined together with ANC, African National Congress, to oppose apartheid system and played a leading role in this struggle. Now next, several countries denounced apartheid as unjust and racist, but the white racist government continued to rule by detaining, torturing and killing thousands of black and colored people. So many other countries denounced apartheid as unjust, but the white racist government still they ruled South Africa by suppressing and killing thousands of blacks and colored people. What's the reason? The reason is only that they joined hands together with ANC, African National Congress, to oppose the apartheid system, the color discrimination policy, the policy of segregation. Okay, what is segregation policy? That train, buses, taxis, hotels, hospitals, theaters, cinema hall, swimming pool, public toilets, everything were separated for the blacks and the whites. This is known as segregation. And ANC, African National Congress, with other unions and other parties, even sensitive whites, joined hands together and they started marches, protests and strikes. Next point is towards a new constitution. We will discuss it in our next video. That's all for today, students. Bye. Thank you.